Hello, hello, everybody, and welcome to Mega Scorchers, the main phase, your weekly source for all trading card game goodness. I am at 19, and that sporadically epileptic shaking hand guy over there is Nero. Shh. Someone will be offended on the internet, but that's okay. Everyone gets offended by something.
I have something that can offend people on the internet.
Oh no, what do you got? We might as well get the offending train going.
No, let's not do it.
Oh, let's
It'd be
not do it.
inappropriate.
No. I can't handle it. We can't handle it. We can't handle the backlash from it. Oh, I almost forgot to start the audio feed. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, no, not
I'm
supposed to
gonna.
keep on the audio feed.
I know.
That one time though, that came in handy.
I know that one time it came in handy. You know what I mean? Some people probably. I don't ever look at it. People probably, listen to it.
Today is not a good day to do that because we got a lot of
Visual heavy stuff.
visual heavy stuff. Yes.
Yes, a lot of stuff. I'm just typing away here and everything. Yeah, but so this is episode number 91. It is November 2nd, 2014. It's a Sunday. Usually always is.
Sunday.
I don't think we ever not did a Sunday, right? No, we haven't.
No.
Like when we've done it, we've done a Sunday. And now the audio stream is up. So yeah. There you go.
Yay.
Yeah, yay. So we're back for another week of trading card game goodness. And low host lineup today. I don't know. Some people are busy and stuff. It is getting quite cold now. Maybe they're preparing for the winter on this lovely weekend night. Like boarding up their windows. Yeah, stock up on the canned goods. Put, what is it called? Bathroom cock? All over the place. Yes. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. That time it happened, the show went down that week, Twitch really did have a problem. The whole site went down for a good solid hour.
Was it because of that League of Legends final?
Yeah, something probably like that. They probably, I don't know, probably all the... That didn't go down, though. But
No, of course not.
But yeah.
You gotta save the port and stuff.
Yeah, so, well, I know for a fact that when, well, actually, they said it also, too, that when they have big streams like that, they have, like, dedicated servers. Like, not only, everyone does get a dedicated server, but, like, that one's super dedicated, not tied into other things in case stuff does happen, it doesn't go down. There's a lot of money behind all that, so they can't risk that going down for even, like, 5 minutes. That's a lot of moolah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we have a nice packed show for you. We got some Magic stuff to talk about. Got some Yu-Gi-Oh stuff to talk. A lot of shit. All right, we got Commander spoilers, new set spoilers, and we got the new set that came out for Yu-Gi-Oh. The sneak peek was this weekend. So then we got Pokemon. The new set came out. We got a full list for that. Like, oh my goodness, there's just so many cards to talk about. So we're just gonna, pretty much get right into that after we quickly mention what decks we've been playing lately and any cool games we played this past week.
Me start?
Yeah, might as well you start because mine's gonna be the same as last week. So
I finished my mono blue.
Mono blue. Oh,
That's different, right?
yes, it is.
It runs actually decently because I picked up a card that went down to $4. Why is Clever Impersonator down to $4?
No, it isn't. What is this?
Yes, I picked it up for $4. It's so good.
Why
So good.
is that? That's interesting. That's pretty
I've
cheap.
copied Sorens, Sarkons, just all these silly things. Even the Jadiskia Sensi combo, I have copied.
Wow.
Because I could. And
That's
plus, I had
crazy.
2 Blue Ocean with him.
It's weird. 'Cause usually, it's a really powerful copy spell.
It is really good spell, and I don't know why it's not getting played. I mean, you can copy Sorens and get Lifelink. You can copy Sarkons and get a 4/4 Dragon. Plus all the other abilities they have. Plus 2 Blue Devotion. Always a plus,
Is it pretty much a devotion type of strat?
It's mostly devotion. There's a couple of yeah, it's mostly devotion. I mean, I have Master of Waves. You don't know how mean it is to
Yeah, as long
copy
as Master
Sorin,
of Waves isn't standard or
copy
just
Sorin
existing,
and drop the Master and have all your creatures have lifelink.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
pretty
not.
nuts.
It's not fun. It's
That
not
is
fair.
the nuts. That is the
You don't
nuts.
give lifelink to blue decks. They're just not. You don't want to extend it even further.
Yeah, giving them more life to play around with is not good. Never good.
Whatever cards are just silly. The Aether Sprouts is such a good card. I think I said that the first time it came out. Actually, I didn't say it on the show. I remember that. I said to myself because I didn't know about it. I was just like, this card is fucking silly.
Yeah, it's good.
It is a fucking good card. It doesn't matter if it costs 2 when you have Battlefield Throw Mage or it just costs, 5. it's just a good fucking
Yeah,
spell
let's
because
say
it
if when there's
not
like
only wipes your opponent's field of everything they attack with, but they go back to the deck, not the hand. So they're not going to be able to get the field back for quite some time.
yeah, it's really good, especially when people are going for like game type scenarios.
You know, just attack all out. I win the game with mono green. No.
They're like, I activated Overrun and I also activated so you can't do this thing, and I'm like, oh well, I just bring it all back.
You lose everything. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You lose.
And you're not.
You lose, sir.
You lose, good sir. Unless I can't actually come back with this, but usually you're doing that to save yourself. So yeah.
Pokemon's getting too expensive to really start trying to build a deck around. That's the problem.
Oh my god, the fucking I have everything but my supporters. The supporters are just so damn expensive.
They are. I mean, Pokemon Fan Club, I think, run me like $2 each. That's just too much.
Oh, see, I bought them when they were dirt cheap, and I paid like 50 cents. So you can't see me.
That fucking strong energy, because I want to build Donphan. I want to build Donphan so badly.
It's a really competitive deck, and it's
only gonna get better with the new cards.
Dude, seriously, with the new cards, it's gonna get even better.
I think that's the deck I'm going to build next.
Cool. For me, I actually finally settled on a standard Magic deck. As I was informed last week of that black-white control deck that made the top whatever for that tournament.
It's black-blue.
I thought it was black-white. Oh, no. Oh, no, it was. It was black-blue. Whoops. Sorry. Ignore me. I totally know what I'm talking about, guys. I have a podcast. I totally know what I'm talking about. Anyways. The blue-black. The blue. The blue. That's funny. The blue-black deck. I'm sorry. I pretty much took that, changed up the land base, changed up 2 cards in the main, and then added in Ashiok, and I love it. I run a 63 card deck because I'm still that weird guy who runs 43 and 63 card decks. If Pokemon would allow me to run more, I would, but it doesn't.
I would too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, and same thing with Naruto. You can only run 50, so that sucked. But hey, whatever. It's just my weird thing. I technically have no math to support it. I just have this feeling that those 3 cards, when you shuffle it up and everything, it gives me what I want more. I don't know why. It's just my weird.
That's 3 more answers.
It's totally a player. Yes, 3 more answers. It's totally a player preference thing. Anyway, so I changed it up, and that's going to be my standard deck. I like it. Because you know what? At the end of the day, I guess I am a control player. At the end of the day, as much as I try to play other decks, I like control the best.
You like soldiers, and you know it.
Well, I like soldiers, but that's. I guess here's it. The 2 strategies I like in Magic are either make a lot of things and attack and overrun your opponent. So either obviously tokens. That's the best way to do it in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And then I like getting rid of problems I see in the field or stop problems before they happen. So that's a lot of countering and a lot of removal. So what do you know?
That's most of Magic decks, by the way. The only one that you haven't included was really the combos and the burn.
I actually never liked, I never for some in Yu-Gi-Oh I'm fine with it, but I never liked combos in Magic. I don't know why. It's just the game now. I never associated Magic Gathering with combo type plays. It's really weird. Then again, I really don't see them that often.
They're usually banned, and that's why.
Yeah.
Because Magic doesn't really the combos too much, unless they're
There's one recent one that we haven't.
The recent one is not that broken. I mean, you can easily get around it.
That's good.
You have plenty of time.
Yeah. So, excuse me. Oh my yawn. Oh, apologize for that. So yeah, I do have an Aether Spout in that deck. I only run 1 though. It's pretty much just it's a kind of another win condition, really. If you really think about it, putting back everything that's coming at me.
I run 2 and I want to run 1 more in my deck.
Yeah. So it's pretty fun. I'm glad I found something, and I think most of the stuff in it won't go out of rotation for a while, so I'll be able to play it for a while. So that's good. I think I really want to put Frost Links in it though. I want to add, but I know the spell lineup is so good right now. I don't want to change it, But I really want Frost Links in it. Frost Links is when it says when it comes in, tap opponent's creature to cannon tap next turn.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that I really like that kind of card.
Probably better off going with Icy Blast.
You're probably right, but it's so tight right now. It's really rough.
I mean, it's not technically as good because you don't get a creature out of that. Also, you have to tap a lot of mana to do Icy Blast, but it's X and blue. Tap X creatures. If you control a creature of power 4 or greater, those creatures don't untap during their controller's next untap steps.
Not too bad.
Notice how it says steps.
It does. Steps.
They
Up.
never untap, according to
Yeah.
that card, I believe. At least not the untap. I mean, if you can find a way to untap it, otherwise you're good to go.
On Pokemon, still playing the Flareon deck. I still like it.
That's just a Don fan. He's gonna be big.
I really don't want to play Donphan. I do.
He's
I
like,
do.
it's not fair. It's not fair.
Actually, no. It's pretty unique strategy. Actually, I don't think it's. I think it's just fine. To be honest, it's just a strong strategy. Utilizes Donphan very well. That's about all I could say. You know, it's pretty solid. I have no gripes with it. It's not. You know, I don't feel it's super unfair. Like you can play around it, but it's a
I
really
think
solid
Pokemon
deck.
Company really likes Don fan
Yeah, and everyone does because like literally it's been popping up everywhere. Fucking everyone's been playing that shit.
because he was one of the first Generation 2 Pokemon revealed. Remember that?
Oh,
I think it was after Togepi because he was in the first movie. He was that first Pokemon that guy threw out.
It's like here's Donphan that I'm not gonna explain where I got this from. Notice how Ash never with legendary Pokemons it tries to capture them.
Why would
Pokemon
you?
Master my ass because he wants to be a Pokemon Master. He lies.
He wants to be the very best.
Like no
So
one
you need
ever
the
was.
chance of legendaries.
Yeah. So it's been working out good.
Legendaries are banned in tournaments for a reason.
Yeah. I honestly.
Except apparently the what was it? Generation 4 area, I forget what's come on. Sinnoh. Apparently the Sinnoh Pokemon League is completely fine with legendaries, especially really banned ones. Because there was ever see the anime with the Generation 4? I
No.
haven't only read about it. Ash loses to a guy who has a Darkrai and he sends out a Latios.
Interesting. Well, you know what? I get our legendaries. I know, but so like those, I call them auxiliary legendaries, like ones that aren't like they don't seem that like legendary. I don't know.
Darkrai is really broken.
Yeah, but it's like, but at the same time, like Darkrai, I don't think legendary. You know.
Oh, he's totally legend. He's totally broken and he's totally strong. Dark Void is the most broken fucking spell ever. Other than Spore. Spore's fucking broken.
Spore's pretty bad. Yeah. But so Flareon's still holding up well. I can face everything. It requires me having the right Pokemon at all times, though. My biggest problem lately, man, I've been just drawing shit with energy. Oh my god, I don't know what happened. Like for like literally a month, I'm like on the website I use, like I've been drawing energy like I don't know, maybe because the website's still in beta technically. Like every time he does an update, it might mess up the way the drawing ratios work or something. But now I've been drawing like ass, and then I created the deck in RL, so I've been shuffling that, and I just noticed that I don't draw energy a lot in there. So I'm thinking that I need to change up the ratios a bit. It does work better than when I'm facing somebody because I actually can get more of an accurate read on it. Because when I'm not drawing prizes, I'm like, oh, maybe this Pokemon would lose in a turn. You can't really guess it. Like in other card games, like, oh, this guy would last a turn or two. Oh, this guy would be here for a while. In Pokemon, it's like you don't know because someone could drop.
You don't know there could be potions in there.
Potions, yeah, max potion sees plays sometimes. And Yu-Gi-Oh! I've been not playing as much as at all. It's kind of like I said, down. Although the pendulums now, if the new set comes out, there's actually some legitimate competitive pendulums that are going to be out in the game now. So
You
I'm
gonna pick those up?
It's it's not a pendulums I'm really interested in. Plus, they're super expensive. I might. I'll give them now that they're out in the TCG. I'll give them a test for. Oh no! I think the internet went down. Oh, we back? Yeah, we're back. Yeah, we dropped some frames. We lost everything. Oh no. Yes. So, all right, for the recording, the internet kind of went down. That sucks. I can't really get over that. It seems like the stream's back up, maybe. I dropped a frame or two.
Back?
Yeah, it sounds like you're back. The internet went out. Nothing too fancy, but we're back up. Just kind of had a little connection issue there.
That happens.
It does happen. Like I said, I've been not playing too much. I'm gonna play test it now that it's in the TCG.
Okay.
I was checking it out with freaking OCG, but honestly, the most OCG testing I've been doing is with the Necloths. Or no, what are they called now? They changed their name. They're going to be from America. They're going to be called No Clocks or something like that. No Chalk? No, fucking, I don't remember. I'll have a report on that next week. I want to say Chalk for some reason. I don't know why. So, yeah, it just sucks. Yeah. So we're having some internet issues. That sucks. Well, the recording will be fine at least. Assuming we don't lose Nero. So that's what I've been playing. In terms of interesting matches, I played against another control deck in Magic, and the match went forever. Which, you know what? I actually like those matches. I don't know, in Magic, I totally like when it goes long. I don't know. Maybe because I'm playing control deck and it's like the thrill of facing another control deck. It's like, all right, who's going to draw that win condition first? I understand for other people watching, that's got to be like, it is super boring. But when you're playing it, it's like, oh, it's such a mind game. Yeah. So that's about the most interesting match. And the way I won was, in the end, I had my little pillar thing and I exiled the thing that was giving me a problem. And then I dropped that ancient sea dragon, and then I won. Haha. Because he just gave up. He was like, fuck, in 2 turns, I'm dead. And I have like 3 cards left in my deck because of that ass off motherfucker. Killing my shit. So that was fun. And that's about it. In Pokemon, I just been getting stomped. This is really rough. But when I do win, I win good. So yeah. That's about it. So let's get into some, talking about some card games. Start with some Magic. Got some newsy type stuff and some spoiler type stuff.
Yes.
We actually know all the deck Planeswalkers now.
When are these coming out? Because I want to pick up a few of them.
November. So I don't fucking know actually at all.
Hold on, November 7th. That's this week.
Yes, November 7th. There you go. So they'll be out soon.
$35 a deck.
I want to start off with the
some
white.
These are worth it.
Yes, I want to start off with the white Planeswalker here.
Oh, this is a Stoneforge Mystic becoming a Planeswalker.
Pretty much, yeah. So the +1 here. By the way, all these Planeswalkers can be used as your commander because it's the commander stuff. First, +2 is put a 1/1 white core soldier creature token onto the battlefield. You may attach an equipment you control to it. Holy shit. That's really good. Then -2 is you put an equipment card from your hand or graveyard onto the battlefield. Well, there's that Stoneforge Mystic effect right there pretty much.
Yep.
Then the -10 is they put a colorless equipment artifact token named Stoneforge Blade onto the battlefield. It has indestructible, and equipped creature gets +5/+5, and has double strike, and the equip cost is 0.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the white Planeswalker revealed in the deck. And
she is the best Planeswalker of all of them.
She's honestly beyond Commander. She's kind of good as well. Yeah.
Yes, she is.
But in Commander, I can imagine people make some crazy type equipment decks. Imagine being able to play something like, Batterskull for free, pretty much. And it's just like nuts, Pretty nuts.
Because she has a different name, you can play Stoneforge Mystic as well. I don't believe Stoneforge Mystic is banned in...
No, not in Commander, no.
No.
Well, it's not as broken, because, you're not running, like, a bazillion Stoneforge in your deck just so you can get everything off easy. You can only play one,
Mm-hmm.
So it's not as bad as we all think, Let's see. Let's see. I think we can get the blue one up next. Yeah, let's get the blue one in here. Next we have the balloon guy. Oh, this one is off-centered here. Sorry about that, folks.
Teferi.
It's a Planeswalker. It's not a fairy. It's an Archmage.
Teferi, I said.
It's not a fairy,
That's
not
his
the
name.
Teferi. Oh, Teferi. Oh, you're saying his name. I thought you were saying he's
That is his name.
But you're saying he's a fairy. I'm like, he's not a fairy. What's wrong with you?
I think this card's was Devote Lightcaster. Was that it? Or, no, Lighthouse Chronologist. I believe that's the card it's based on.
Yes, his effects are: look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand, the other into the bottom of your library. So digging through stuff, looking through stuff. Not too
Useful.
bad. -1 is untap up to 4 target permanents.
That is very useful.
Yeah, when you're coming in with 5 or 5,
It's only
4, 5, 6, or
-1
6.
to do that.
Yeah. Oh, he costs 4. If he costs 7 to put out, was
He
it 4,
costs
5, 6,
6.
6 to put out? So,
It's Commander. You'll get in time.
well, he's gonna be your commander. Yeah. So fucking won't even be a problem. His emblem is -10. You may activate loyalty abilities of Planeswalkers you control on any player's turn at any time that you could cast an instant.
The only problem I have with that is that unless you homebrew this guy with another thing, this is the only Planeswalker in the entire blue deck, I believe.
Yep.
So you can either untap 4 target permanents every turn, or just look at the top cards, and if he dies, you gotta pay another couple of loyalty, another couple of mana to put him back out.
Yeah. He's nothing too super amazing, but I do like his -1 and his +2. So do something with that. Next, we got the black guy. The black guy.
Obnixis, he just came out in the last set. No, actually, this is a new one, I believe. Anyway, the black set is probably the best one, money-wise, to go spend on it. In terms of best cards.
Its +2 is each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain life equal to the life lost this way. I always want to know specifically why it has that kind of tax. Because when you just say you lose a life, you gain a life, but they have to say that specifically.
Because if you're playing with multiple players, and also somebody can have a card saying
Ah,
whenever damage is dealt to you, it does double that amount of damage. What card was that? Paragon of the Fierce Gods or something like that.
I see.
They can lose 2 damage and can gain 2 life.
I see. That's probably why then for sure. Next is minus
Minus
2.
2 instead of the best.
Yeah, you get put a 5/5 black demon creature token onto the battlefield of flying, and you lose 2 life. That's a free fucking
Who
demon.
cares? 2 life.
Yeah,
God
that's a
damn.
free fucking demon. That's pretty
That's
good.
40 life in Commander. That's nothing.
Yeah. His emblem for -8 will get sacrificed. So it gets you get an
You would
emblem.
just put a bolus.
That's yeah, you get a pay black and anything sacrifice creature. You gain X life and you draw X cards where X is the sacrifice creature's power. That
can
is pretty
Boluses.
solid. I see him more for being used outside of Commander, although Commander obviously could use him because all his awesome effects, so good.
That minus 2, man.
And minus
Get
2.
a demon.
I know them demons. Damn demons. Them demons. It's pretty cool in the artwork as well, everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Next, we've got the first Goblin Planeswalker, to my knowledge.
I believe so. By the way, he only costs 4.
His name's like Datiri. I think it was Dartiri. What the fuck? I don't know how to say that. Just his +2 is discard up to 2 cards and draw that many cards.
If you want to discard just 1, you can.
That is true. You can. That's kind of cool. Sacrifice -2. Sacrifice an artifact. If you do, return target artifact card from your graveyard to the battlefield.
This is a combo and a half. If you
Yeah,
have something.
you know what? There's a lot of like, if you're just looking at the deck. There's a lot of this. Goblins, I think, are going to be pretty artifact based. You could do stuff like that because if you look at what's his name, because we talked about him last week, the Santa Claus motherfucker, Pharaon,
Yeah,
or
he's
whatever.
on the settle on the 3rd path there.
Yeah. With him plus this guy, like it's going to be all artifact based, pretty much. That's my
yeah,
theory.
assuming that all the artifacts are in the red deck. Because there's not a lot of red cards here.
Yeah, it's not a lot. We're hoping to see more, obviously. Next, -10, you get an emblem with whenever you cast, whenever an artifact is put whenever an artifact is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, return that card to the battlefield at the beginning of your next end step.
Get your artifacts back.
Yep. Here's what I want to know. You know how that Pharaon guy, when he brings something back, he technically makes them an artifact, right? It says make.
Yes.
When it gets sent to the graveyard, it's still considered an artifact when it's being sent. This is when Walter.
Yes.
I wish Walter was here. So then theoretically, you could bring that thing back, right, with the Planeswalker, if you got the emblem.
If you got the emblem, you can bring back Feldon.
No, remember when you bring something into the battlefield to target from your graveyard, it becomes an artifact in addition to its other types. So when it gets sent to let's say
Yes.
it dies,
You
I
can
assume that works.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, that would work.
That would be cool. That's cool. I like that. Okay, then we've got the green chick here. This is
Yes.
2 elvish planeswalkers. Apparently the fanboys are going to go nuts. So let's see. We got here. First effect. I have no idea to say her name. Freylizzy.
Freya Liz.
Freya-Liz. Fuck, whatever.
Leah War's Fury.
Yeah, whatever. Let's just say War's Fury. Okay. Put a 1/1 green elf druid creature token onto the battlefield with tap. Add 1 to your mana pool.
Put
1/4.
a fucking Elvish Mystic on the field.
Yep. Horror Land War Elves. Jeez. I thought we were being legit.
Land War Elves are not druids, they are warriors.
Okay, whatever. I don't care. It's still cool. -2. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. So naturalize. So naturalize. Yeah. -6. Draw a card for each green creature you control.
That is good. And you can do that
In
2
3
turns
turns.
after she's on the field.
Yeah. Oh, assuming no one assuming no one attacks, yeah. That's pretty good. I can imagine in green strategies that you can have a lot of fucking green creatures
Mm-hmm.
drawing all the cards. All of the cards. And finally, I think, let's see, green, right? Yeah, that's all of them right now. We're missing the white, green, black. Yep, that's all of them. That's all of them. So now we had some choice cards. I only had a couple I wanted. There's some other good stuff that was spoiled, but the things that I wanted to talk about.
Go
First
ahead.
one here is this dragon. Trident's familiar. Tridents, I think
Alright.
it's say.
Alright.
It's a 5, 6, 7, 7 for a 5/5 with flying haste. And it has a lieutenant. As long as you control your commander, this guy will get +2/+2. and has whenever he attacks, it deals 7 damage to target creature defending player controls. Holy shit. Thinking when this big guy attacks with his flying haste, when he comes out, I've already seen like commander decks that have a whole big strategy, like big creature strategy. Like there's this fucking guy, I don't know what fucking, I think he's like black, white. No, I think he's black, red, whatever.
Black, white. I know what you're talking about. White,
He's-
black, red.
Yeah, and he's
Is that elf druid that says you look at the top 5 cards of your deck and put a creature with power 5 or greater on the battlefield?
yeah, that guy. Yeah, I've seen
Fine.
decks like that. Now, playing this guy in that type of deck, and he has Lieutenant. This is why Lieutenant's going to be so fucking powerful. Just look at that old existing deck and utilize this guy. Holy shit. Not only you got a big old dragon, it's going to become an actual 7/7, and then it will do 7 damage to a defending fucking player creature. That's fucking nuts. This Lieutenant shit is going to be the coolest thing they've done for Commander in a long time, and I think it's such a great fucking mechanic. So that's my first little pick there. I thought was interesting. Let's see. I guess I don't. The one problem with this new way of doing this is I have to go find the card. Unless I bring up a bazillion tabs beforehand, which is not pretty ideal to do. Oh yeah, we saw the agent from last week. Where is that one? Oh yeah, right here. Good old Johnny's brother. Apparently, this guy died in the lore or something, saving somebody.
Johnny's brother? Yeah, he died.
Yeah,
that's how Johnny guy is.
Apparently,
plays
people
well.
are pissed that they would ever make him a card or something. But I was like, okay, whatever. I don't follow the lore, so.
Because he's supposed to be dead.
Yes. This gold main guy is 4. He's a legendary creature, Cat Warrior. Obviously, he has first strike. For 3, 4, 5, attacking creatures you control get XX until end of turn, where X is the number of attacking creatures. This is a pretty cool card because if you go in attacking with things and then activate, it has his ability activated. Of course, things get pretty fucking big. I can see people definitely utilize this in Commander like nuts. Because if you're gonna go in for attacking, that's a lot of fucking get pretty big.
So many better cards than him.
Oh no, these are just my picks. I definitely think these are my
There's
picks.
just better cards.
All right, well, I think he's a cool card. All right, so that's my pick. So, I think I had one more. If I'm trying to find it right here. Oh yes, here it is, the Reef Worm. This is my last cool card that I thought was cool. When Reef Worm dies, okay, it's a 3/4. It's a 4 for 0/1. When a Reef Worm dies, put a 3/3 blue fish creature token onto the battlefield. Then when this creature dies, put a 6/6 blue whale creature token onto the battlefield. And then with that effect, we'll have when this creature dies, put a 9/9 blue kraken creature token onto the battlefield. I love this card because once it dies, it gets bigger. Then if it dies again, then it gets even bigger. And if it dies again, it gets even fucking massive. A 9/9 fucking kraken. That is so super cool. I love this card. So fucking cool. The whole idea of like the food chain wrapped up in one card, so fucking sweet. Love it. So those are actually the only ones that I thought were really cool out of the set. How about you, Nero? Do you have any ones?
Containment Priest.
Containment Priest.
1 colorless and a white. Flash. It's a 2/2 for 2. If a non-token creature would enter the battlefield and it wasn't cast, exile it instead. That guy's emblem is worthless with this card on the field.
The Year Fire emblem was cool. It's gone.
No, you're just completely, utterly worthless now.
Yeah, and you can flash it in too.
Yes, you can. There's a lot of others I want to talk. No, just a couple others. Hold on, let me find them.
I'm doing pretty good keeping up with you.
Spoils of Blood. That's the last one, the first pledge. 1 black instant. Put an XX black horror creature token on the battlefield where X is the number of creatures that died this turn.
Oh yeah.
That is
I
just
could
a
see
fun
some
card.
nasty things being done with that.
Because remember, in a multiplayer Commander game, wipe the field. I get a 25/25 black horror creature.
It'd be really, really big.
Yeah, it would. Nah, it's just evil.
That'd be
stuff. I love
fucking huge.
I had a red card I wanted to talk about.
Probably the brother to Snapcaster Mage.
He's alright, but he costs too much. Volcanic Offering, that was it.
Volcanic
4 colors,
Offering.
red.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, this is a reprint. 5 cost. You get destroy a non-basic land you don't control, and target player and target non-basic land in opponent's choice you don't control. So destroy 2 lands for 5, and it does more. It does 7 damage to target creature you don't control, and 7 damage to target creature in opponent's choice you also don't control. So do 14 damage to 7 damage to 2 different creatures and destroy 2 different non-basic lands.
That's your 5 going a long way right there.
Yes, it is. That's a lot of stuff you can do for 5.
Shit ton of shit you can do for 5.
What other card? Hold on. There's more. I want at least a couple more here.
Obviously, Commander Spear was amazing. Oh, I did forget one. Assault Suit. That was the one I wanted to. That was the only one. While you're looking for yours, I'll talk about Assault Suit.
Good.
Assault Suit. Equipment creature gets +2/+2 and has haste. It can't attack you or a planeswalker you control and can't be sacrificed. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, you must have that player gain control of equipped creature until end of turn. If you do, untap it. Equip 3. What I like about this, no matter what, it can't attack you or attack any planeswalkers you control. It can't be sacrificed. So when you give your opponent a really big creature that has a lot of negatives for upkeep, well, give it to them. They take the negatives, and they're not coming at you with it. I remember specifically people were talking about this one legendary creature that this already could work with. And I do not know I do not know it. Sorry, but I think that's a really cool artifact that could be utilized in a very interesting way. Yeah, but like giving your opponent shit that can't attack you or planeswalkers and shit. That's really interesting.
That is really interesting. Scroll.
I don't
Go.
know. Oh, you don't
Okay.
remember what it was?
No, I'm looking. I really like how they're bringing back Sun Titan and Frost Titan, but they're not bringing back any other Titans.
Well,
I thought they were going to throw one in each every single set.
Well, I don't think they
Also,
want.
every single set is getting back their Zenith.
That is true.
No, not blue. Not blue.
Oh,
Blue's not.
I thought that was true.
That's
Well,
your favorite.
they're not gonna
Yeah.
bring back Grave Titan. Come on now.
Brave Titan? Oh, he's alright. It's prime time you can't bring back.
Can't bring back Prime Time, huh?
No, you can't. I gotta get to the black spells. That was the one that was like, what the fuck? They're bringing back this shit.
Oh, Seagate
Like
Oracle. I forgot. When these Commander things come out, do they count back in Standard?
No.
No, they don't. Okay. Because I love
Yeah, the
Seagate
black deck
Oracle.
is just so much better because of all the good cards you get. First, you get Blackstone Zenith. That's always a good card. You get Abyssal Persecutor.
Oh, Grave Titan's in here.
Grave Titan is? Okay.
Yeah,
so
right
you
next to
can't-
Grey Merchant.
Yeah. Oh, there's so many good black cards. Butcher of Malachor, that's another good one. Crypt Gas, Disciple of Bolas. Get the black one. There's just so many good cards in here. So many good ones. I should have really prepared better from this.
Oh, that's okay. In terms of the actual cards in the deck, I'll drop the link in the chat room for people can know. Yeah, overall, let's see, like the white. Oh yeah, the white one's called Forged in Stone, which makes sense because, well, it's the fucking Stone Forge Mystic. The blue one is called Peer Through Time. Black one is called Sworn to Darkness.
That's the best one.
Yeah,
Pick
and
that
then
one up.
the red one is called Built from Scratch. So like everything in this deck is artifacts. Like it's nuts. Look at is fucking Batterskull actually in this? Let me see this.
No.
I was about to say, I thought I saw it. And finally, the green one is Guided by Nature. Yeah, honestly, looking at it objectively, there's a lot of good shit in black.
Oh, here's another card I wanted to talk about. Drone of Elves. I believe this is definitely a reprint. What page is it on? It's on page 7. 3 colorless and a green. Hexproof. It's an elf. Its power and toughness are equal to the number of green permanents you control.
Woo!
Oh yeah. You know how fast you can do that with the Planeswalker and all these Elvish Mystics and Elvish Archdruids?
Really fast.
Really fucking fast. That is a good fucking card. And it has hexproof. It's not getting targeted.
Not. This
yeah,
Commander
green has-
one's really worth it. You get Grey Merchant, Grave Titan.
Mm-hmm.
My
Grey
God.
Merchant's not really expensive, but that's okay.
Oh yeah, because it's not standard anymore. That's why.
Well, it's in standard, but it's just
Wait,
a
Grave
common.
Titan's in standard?
No, Grey Merchant.
Oh, I thought you said Grave. I was say Grave Titan's not in standard, is he? I'd be playing him. Soft Ring. Hey, so you get Soul Ring and Soft Ring. You get Soul Ring. Like, hey, these are pretty. Hey man, these are pretty worth it. Jet Medallion, Mind Stone. Yeah, the black one seems to be the best. No, without a doubt. Buy the black one. If you guys aren't gonna buy anything else, buy the black one.
Buy the black one, the white one, and the green one are probably the best.
You get Bad Moon too. Look at that.
The final card I wanted to talk about is on page 8. That's Bosch Iron Golem.
Bosch Iron Golem. Oh, that's a
This
good
guy's
one.
awesome as a commander. He costs 8, but he's colorless. He's 6/7 with trample. 3 colorless in a right. You can sacrifice an artifact. It deals damage equal to that sacrifice artifact's converted mana cost of target creature or player.
Woo. Man, it's gonna work great with that. Yeah, that commander, red commander deck, it's all fucking artifact base.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
It's the nuts, man.
They're bringing back a lot of good cards, but definitely the black one just blows away in terms of value and just good cards altogether.
I think black and red are the 2 best ones to buy. You're getting actually a lot of cool artifacts too when you're buying that.
I recommend black, white, or green.
That Solemn Sirachim, whatever the fuck it's called, the artifact creature golem. You get him in that, and I always thought he was a good.
Oh, he's
Okay,
always a
artifact.
good card.
Like, you get man, it's fucking. I
He's
gotta
a standard and fucking.
just to get these cards is like totally worth it.
Anyway, good stuff coming out, guys. Pick these up. I mean, they're always worth money. What deck has Wormcoil Engine in it?
No clue. I could take a quick look here. Try to figure
Take a
out.
quick look there. That one's worth it immediately.
Let's F3 this up. Worm. Reef worm.
WU.
Oh, that's
Alright.
probably why. Whoops. That would be. What do you know? The red one.
That is an amazing. Oh, that's worth your money too, because Wormcoil Engine is
I
a
said,
$30
man.
card.
I told you, man. Red and black, 2 best ones. 2 best ones. Next, really quickly, they did spoil what the new set name will be in the block over this weekend. I don't know if it was today or yesterday. Technically, it was the future because it was from PAX Australia.
That's the one for May, right?
I think they said January. Oh no, the dual deck's coming out in February, I think.
No, they come on March.
What? They said it was coming out in January. Now I must go double check.
That's the next one.
Anyways, the
or
next
what?
set's gonna be called Dragons Talkir. Oh,
Dragons of Talkir.
Dragons of Talkir. Wow.
So the dragons come back immediately.
Apparently, the way the lore works is that the speaker guy, the red guy, Sarkhan, goes back in time when Nicol Bolas fought that other dragon guy, the U guy, Yusef, what the fuck his name. And he changed the future of Talkir when now every dragon is actually around instead of them all being dead or something.
Well, he done fucked up.
Yeah. So apparently that's what happened, and that's what's gonna happen now. And of course we got.
That doesn't make sense with the Ugins Nexus. That card states that I believe something about extra turns that one does. So it's time.
Yes. We also got 2 spoilers from Fate Reforged. And we also found out that where the next dual deck will be. It'll be Esper, wow. Elspeth versus Kiora.
Elspeth is a
yes.
fucking amazing card, so you should definitely pick that up.
Yes. The reprints look pretty nice. They have these cool new alternate arts that actually look good, unlike Jace's shitty. Aha, February 27, 2015. Boom, told you. Boom, just checked.
The very last day of February.
February 27th, yes, 2015.
Second last
That's
day,
when
okay.
that's when the dual deck will drop. The artworks look pretty cool. Actually, they look really good. Way better than fucking, like I said, Jace's did. Next, the 2 cards really quickly. I know this is kind of burst over. Let's see. Ooh, I'm gonna say this. Corfex of Fate. I don't know. No, Corax of Fate. It's a CRUX, I think. It's kind of blurry because this is like a weird shot from like their PowerPoint presentation. It probably is a better picture out there somewhere. It's a sorcery. Choose one. Destroy all dragon creatures, or destroy all non-dragon creatures for 3, 4, 5 for 5. And it has that epic artwork between Nicol Bolas and that other dragon guy on it.
You get anyway, yeah. That's
Next one is this Yorashava Dragon Claw or something like that. Yoshava Dragon Claw. She's a legendary creature, human warrior.
I'm on it.
Right? He's like, Matt can't read anything. We can't rely on him to do anything. For 3, she's a legendary creature, human warrior. Has trample at the beginning of your combat. At the beginning of combat, on your turn, you may pay 1, and now it's that it's what's it called? The hybrid mana, where you could be blue or red pay.
Yeah.
So it's 1 colorless, and then 2 the hybrid blue and red. So if you do, gain control of target creature an opponent controls with the power less than this chick's power until end of turn. Untap that creature, and it gains haste until end of turn.
What's the power and toughness of this creature?
4 and 2.
Mm.
So pretty much any weakling, relatively small chump guy is going to be you're going to gain control until end of turn, and it's getting haste. So you go into combat, pay your 3, gain control of something, gains haste, attack with it. That's kind of nice. I like that. And she's a legendary creature, so theoretically could be a commander. I don't know. You could probably make a commander deck out of that somehow. I don't know how, but
Steal other people's commander.
steal the other person's weak command. Yeah, 'cause a lot of those commanders are kind of weak with really good effects. So that is the quick and dirty spoilers that we found out today / yesterday. They didn't have time to put a thing. Next thing here, change to the pro points awarded at Grand Prix. All right, number of professional points awarded at the top finisher at Grand Prix are changing. These points will now be awarded based upon the number of match points earned. This is an article from Gathering Magic. All players who finish with 39 or more match points at an Invitational Grand Prix will receive 4 pro points. Previously, you would have got 3. All players who finish with 36 to 38 match points at an Invitational Grand Prix will receive 3 pro points. And then, so far, 31 to 32 match points receive 2. These changes are retrospective at the first Grand Prix of 2014 season, which are Grand Prix under the terms of Pro Land. Both players, August, blah, blah, blah. And the players' full announcements can be found here, blah, blah. So those are the changes. I guess that's better that you're getting more points based on your points you actually gained over the Grand Prix. Makes sense.
Whatever.
More points being awarded for your hard work seems just good to me. Kind of nice. Making your trip even more worthwhile.
Long overdue.
I guess. I don't know. Again, I don't go to Grand Prix, so it doesn't affect me too much.
I don't either, but that's just long overdue. You should be getting points there.
You're getting more points, yeah. Next, Wizard Accounts has been introduced. Is also an update. They actually have a frequently asked question page now on the website as prior to when this was unveiled. The new Wizard Account program was unveiled recently. I think it was the 30th. With Wizards Account, players will now be able to manage their personal information, DCI number, Planeswalker points, and more under one login. This system will also allows old and new players to go paperless with digital DCI cards. These digital DCI cards will be customized with pre-selected art from Magic or Dungeons & Dragons. Accessible on the internet, capable mobile devices, these cards function has a similar fashion to digital boarding passes from major airlines or quick pay options from chains of stores, restaurants. Apps of this nature can make for a seamless user experience to reduce barriers of time, effort, or of storage of paperless DCI cards. Existing accounts can be upgraded with a new account to create here. So Wizards, I did not know Wizards is not even at this point yet. Apparently, to manage all your basics stuff if you're just a person who goes to Friday Night Magic. Apparently that was all still on paper, and I did not know that. This is a fine update.
Actually, it was actually in the store's DCI database.
I
You'd have
see.
to go there and look it up. Now you can do it from your home computer.
And select mobile devices.
Yes.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, I had to sneeze. So this is really nice. Oh, yeah, Wizard Play Network. There you go. That's what it was called. That little station. Because I'm looking at their frequently asked questions section now. It's like, who does this affect? Retailer partners who had the Wizards Play Network installed. I'm like, oh. So that's nice. Being able to everything stored digitally makes things way easier. People all have smartphones. They'll gladly carry like a device, like a program or key number or code.
I'm a good Magic player. Here's my pro point.
Yeah, you bring up on their
I
little
may have
app.
lost that last match, but I'm good.
I'm good. Here's my stats. Well, that's just really good. Streamlining everything is just better. Hell, in the future, I bet you can pre-upload your deck list so that you don't need to write up a deck list on the fly or anything like that. It can just refer it back. You can say, "Here's a deck list I'm using." Click check mark and call it a day. Like everything like that. The more stuff that's digital and doing stuff like that is just better. Love it. This is a good change. GG Wizards. I totally just assumed they had something like this beforehand, but apparently they didn't.
No.
So the more you know. More you know. Next, moving on to actually that'll be about it. Move on to Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Okay, so the first thing, the Secret Forces invasion of. Okay, yes, here's what it is. That's the new. Okay, Necroz. That's what's gonna be in fucking America. They posted a product page update where they were talking about the Secret Forces special edition booster set, which is the next one to come out after. What?
The Ginyu Force. I said.
Ginyu Force, yes. This is the next set to come out after the one that's going to be coming out next week. The new Challengers is what's coming out next week, and this is the one that's coming out. In the post, it talks about these new guys that use the Husk of Synchro monsters, which that's obviously reference to the ritual fucking spells and fucking ritual monsters, from OCG. So we know that's where those guys are coming out. So those knee cloths that we've been testing on OCG, well, that's what they're coming in the next set. Also talks about pendulum monsters, talking about the more core fort support and stuff like that, of course. And it actually goes on, says there'll be 40 super rares and 20 secret rares and stuff like that.
I love how they're already pushing this next set aside. Like, yeah, we're moving on already.
Yeah, it's just an update. Like every time a set comes out, then they talk about what the next set's gonna be after. So this is relatively normal, because everyone knows because they just take out. Since Japan's like 2 sets ahead of us all the time.
Just like Pokemon.
We already know what's gonna come out, but we just don't know what of the new sets come out. So this pretty much just confirms, hey guys, Eclofts are coming out in this set.
Yep.
So it's pretty much confirmed we'll get it next set. So if people get your practice in now, things are going to fucking change. February 2015. So that's 2 months away, 3 months, like December,
3
January.
months.
Yeah, if you count November, I guess. Yeah, so over November too.
We're starting over here.
Yes. Next we have a new Synchro monster to talk about that came out in the OCG. Horus the Black Flame got a Synchro version of himself.
Horus.
Metaphys Horus Dragon. I think I'm pronouncing that correct. A light Werf monster. So actually, I think that's supposed to be Dragon.
Horus Dragon, yeah.
I think it's supposed to be Dragon, yeah. Level 6, 2,300 attack, 600 defense. Requires 1 tuner or 1 or more non-tuner monsters, so it is generic. If this card is Synchro summoned, you can apply the following effects based on the card type of its non-tuner material. If it was a normal monster used... If it was a normal monster you use in addition to your tuner, you'll get during this turn, this card is unaffected by other cards' effects. That's kind of nice. It's actually kind of funny because if you use a normal monster, it doesn't get affected by effects because it didn't have an effect. Oh, I like that. That's nice. That's nice, Konami. Next, if you use an effect monster, you can target one other face-up monster in the field and negate its effects. Oh, man, Konami, you're getting quite clever with this. Oh, I just noticed the chat room saying that the cool forts will be called quills now. Okay, whatever. Next, if you use a pendulum monster, your opponent gives you control of one of their monsters they control. It can't attack during this turn.
Does that target your opponent or the monster?
Oh, the monster.
Oh, damn. If only they could get Obelisk somehow.
Actually, technically, no, they could because technically this doesn't even target anything. It just says your opponent gives you, yeah. So your opponent gives control of one monster. Yeah, you can take Obelisk, yeah, but it won't be able to attack that turn. But it's your monster.
It's your monster. So
this is technically a generic synchro, but not every deck is going to be able to utilize the normal effect.
Monster is definitely the best idea there, just because most decks are based, I believe, on comboing with certain monsters, right?
Yeah. So you could use a pendulum.
So taking their combo away from them is just hilarious.
Yeah,
I like that idea.
Yeah, I like that pendulum monster effect. Again, the understanding of how pendulums work to me right now, I don't see why you would leave a pendulum out there, but things could change. It doesn't. Pendulums are still relatively new. Who knows what we could do with them? Finally, the new set was previewed this past weekend, or this right now, technically. I did not go to sneak peek, obviously. We do know what are the new cards. The one off the top, I want to talk about a couple of cards.
Okay.
That I thought were interesting. I want to bring up my list here. Give me one moment. But I know the first one off the top of my head. That new level 4 monster that has an effect. I do not remember its name. When it is summoned and remains on the field, it has the same effect as like Cold Wave. So that's really interesting to me. I'm going to try to bring it up my little theories right here now. Okay, I got my little list here. All right, so first one, Virgil, the Rockstar Burning Abyss. We talked about this guy, I think last week or a week before. He's pretty solid. If you could bring him out, which I think Burning Abyss can bring him out relatively consistently, he's really good because he sends things back to the deck. that gets around being protected. Like there are spells and effects that say I can't be destroyed. Well, the way to get around that, send it back to the deck. Really solid synchro. Definitely should pick it up. It's just it's a must-have if you can get it, especially if you're playing Ring Abyss. Next, the new Shaddoll new fusion's going to be coming out. If you're a Shaddoll player, you should be buying that. Really, really cool. Next, Solemn Scolding. This is an interesting one because it's not as broken as Solemn Judgment. It's more of like a fair Solemn Judgment. It's pretty much if this card is set in your spell and trap card zone, and a monster would be summoned, or a spell or trap card or a monster effect would activate, you can pay 3,000 life points. You get to negate that summon or activation and destroy that card. So pretty much, it's Solemn Warding pretty much, but only costs 3,000 life points. But at the cost of that, it has to be the only set card face down. Which could be fine because let's say you're playing a combo type deck, or you're playing a deck where you've got a large field presence and you're going for game, or you want to protect or let's say you want to protect your large setup. In the past, you just set Solemn Judgment, but you could set Solemn Judgment with other cards. With this one, it pretty much says, just set me. So it will provide that protection that you're looking for at a cost of just you only have to set it. Which does not seem a big deal for me. If you're going to bring a card that protects your setup, then fucking it might as well just be a card that says I only can be him. So there you go with that. Next is I want to bring up that. Oh yeah, Machina Megaform. All right, this is a interesting card. You contribute this. Okay, it's a Earth monster. It's a machine. Has level 8, 2,600 attack, 1,500 defense. You contribute this special summon monster. You contribute this card. Special summon one Makia machine monster from your hand or deck, except himself. That's his first effect. That's really nice. If this guy you control will be sent to the graveyard while this card is in your graveyard, except during your damage step, you can banish a Machina Fortress from your graveyard. Special summon this card. You only can use this effect once per turn. Really nice. So let's say the monster that Machina Fortress has been destroyed and sent to the graveyard. Not only do you get that effect, but then you can pop out and bring out this guy for free, which is really nice. So let's say that, obviously it can't be during the damage step, but let's say your Machina Fortress got destroyed. Maybe they just found a way around, they didn't want to attack into it, and they want to destroy it through other means. Well, then you bring out your Machina Megaform right after that guy comes out. So it's so cool. And being able to get an instant Machina Fortress onto the field is so cool. I think this is actually a nice boost for Machina decks and everything like that. Because you can just tech one of these in. And it's level 8, so fucking you can ditch it for Machina Fortress effect. It's like ditch it for Machina Fortress. Bring out Machina Fortress. Let's say it doesn't get destroyed by battle and you get destroyed by other means. Well, bring out your fucking Machina Megaform. Really fucking good card if you guys are playing that deck. Just get it. Just get it. Next card, Fist of the Dragons. Yes. This is a this is a dark monster. What is it? Fusion. Yeah, it's a fusion. It's level 9. Requires 2 normal monsters as its fusion materials. Now, this card is just kind of cool. I don't think it's necessarily amazing, but it's pretty cool. Must be fusion summoned. Can't be special summoned other ways. You can only control one of him on the field. This card cannot be destroyed by battle, except by battling with a normal monster, and is unaffected by other monster effects. It's 2,700 attack, 2,000 defense. I think that's a really cool, interesting card. Because let's see what could play it. You could play, let's say you're playing a Rescue Rabbit deck for some reason. Hey, let's say you're playing a Pendulum deck. Fucking hell. You could run those normal pendulums and use their pendulum effects only. And not even worry about like don't even have a monster effect, and you could fuse those guys. Bring this guy out. I think that's pretty cool. It's obviously not a showstopper fusion card, but something I think is very, very interesting. Next card, a normal spell card. If it's called First Movement Solo. If you control no monsters, special summon 1 level 4 or lower. I can say I have no idea how to pronounce this. Melodrus monsters from your hand or deck. You can only activate this First Movement Solo once per turn, and you cannot summon any other monsters the turn you activate this effect, except for Melodrus monsters. So let's say you're playing that deck, fucking an instant free monster, and honestly, everything's archetype based. It's not gonna be a problem at all. Not gonna be a problem at all to bring out things for free. So being able to rank into those things is really cool. I like that. All of the Core Fort stuff, just get it, fucking if you can. honestly, it's going to be a good deck. Zyborg, the first Monarch. I mean, Zyborg, the Mega Monarch. We talked about him before in the past. He's just a good card. Pick him up. Taking out things with people's extra decks is always fucking good. Assuming you can get off his specialty effect. Then my final card is the one I was trying to talk about from earlier. Okay, Dinko Soka. A level 4 Thunder Light Monster. You cannot be special summoned. While you control no spell or trap cards, neither player can set spell or trap cards or activate spell or trap cards on the field.
Ooh.
So let's say they have nothing on the field, or if they did have something in the field and you have nothing, well, guess what? They can't activate that thing that's face down, and they can't activate or set anything else from that day forward.
No MST for you.
Yeah,
of course. No
obviously, it's honestly a cold wave in monster form, which we all remember the cold wave days, which is really bad because being able to stop everybody from doing things is obviously overpowered.
The principles of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Against the principles of any good card game, really. Interacting with your opponent and being able to do things is kind of the point of playing a game. If you're just playing a game, we can't do anything. It just sucks. My first reaction was something like, I don't know, a deck that already combos like nuts, like Kneecloths, which I think, like, when I was doing OCG testing, I was playing with him because I would go normal summon this and then go ritual summoning like Ham and not worry about anything because nothing's going to stop me and then win. Or let's say you're playing a fun deck. Let's say you're okay. You could debate Life Swarm's fun deck levels, but I'm calling it a fun deck here. Let's say you're playing Life Swarms, right? Fuck, drop this, go off for days. Don't need to worry about any back row. Drop your Judgment Dragon and don't even worry about it being touched. And then blow up everything with Judgment Dragon. It pretty much ensures you'll be able to drop your Judgment Dragon. That's always good. That is, if you don't get anything else, get that. That card is what I think needs to be picked up no matter what. And those are my picks that I think you need to definitely pick up no matter what. There's other cards, obviously. Like, there's some really good common cards and uncommon cards. But those are the ones I think are the biggest and most important from my experience. And, yeah, so that's what dropped in Yu-Gi-Oh! So if you can pick up that stuff before the set comes out, good job. If not, wait till the set comes out next week. And that's it for Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! The big three that's going to come out now, Quill Forts, I think, or Quill. I'm sorry. Apparently they're Quill now. Quill Forts, or what the fuck they're called. Pick those up. I think that's something to worth try. Because in the OCG testing, it turned out pretty well, and it was winning quite a bit in the OCG, even with Kneecloths around. So, or Kneecroffs, or whatever the fuck you want to Kneecloths, whatever the fuck. I don't fucking care. I hate that these names are so lame. I hate it. I wish they'd make simple names that I could read, because I hate that I'm a bad reader. Pick those up. I think those will be the number one thing, in addition to Burning Abyss right now. And Shadow's. Because when the Kneecloths come out in the future, that will be number one. So enjoy it while you can is what I'm saying. Because it's just going to suck when those come out. Like, I honestly don't think anything could beat those when they come out. Like, I know they said the same thing about Shadow's, but fuck. You know what? Fuck it. That thing is... those ritual monsters are too damn good. Consistency is so good. Oh, man. Dropping a Trishula like a monster every turn is just, like, so powerful. That's it for Yu-Gi-Oh! Really. That's about it. Time to move on to some Pokemon. Phantom Forces has come out. We have some noted cards that I wish to talk about.
You go first. I'll clean up anything you miss.
Oh, I see. I see how it is. Things that I missed.
I don't think you're going to miss much because they're pretty basic what's really good in this fucking set.
Yeah, the biggest things I want to start off first, a lot of people were talking about the Steel Pokemon.
That is because of Angus/EX.
Yeah, so we got Angus/EX here. Let's see, it's 170. His ability Mighty Shield prevents all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from each of your opponent's Pokemon that have special energy attached to it.
No Yveltal because of double colorless, and no Mewtwo is going to get through this guy.
Yep, that's true. And hell, your Aromatisse decks, honestly, they're pumping around Rainbow Energy most of the time. Yes, they do run Fairy Energy, but most of the time they're moving using Rainbow Energy so they can, because that's a main part of the deck. Every deck uses special energy. Even the basic fun decks use double colorless as a crutch. It's just always been a thing with double colorless. This is a pretty powerful card. Slash Blast is not too bad either. Nothing to snuff at. 40 plus 20 for each mental energy attached to this Pokemon. So it's 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110 damage.
As long as it's doing 100 damage.
That's good enough. Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. It's not necessarily going to be getting one hit in KOs, but maybe with a muscle
One or
band.
2 hit KOs are always good.
Yeah, with a muscle band or a silver bangle, it could probably get over that hump and do one hit knockouts. It's really good. In addition to that, Metagross. Sorry. That's why I was confusing you earlier. It's Bonzong. That's what it is. That's who has
There
it.
you go.
That's why I thought this was Metagross. Sorry. My mistake. Good thing no one knew that in the show. That was during pre-show when we were talking about that.
That's why I can find this card. Okay.
That's why you're confused. He has Metal Links. Once per turn, before you attack, you may attach a metal energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. Really solid, even for stage 1. Because let's say that you actually have your, Aegislash out. Well, let's say it dies for some reason. All that metal energy that was potentially attached to it, you bring it back. Because you're going to be running an all-metal deck, maybe. Or all-steel deck, I should say. I call it metal, but it's steel.
I think, Dialga EX's second ability will actually discard more steel energy.
Yeah. And you can bring it back. The big problem with Bronzong here is it has a weak 90 HP, so it could be susceptible to bringing it back out from...
And only to your bench Pokemon, not your active.
Yeah. It could be susceptible to...
It's only once per turn.
Yeah. It could be susceptible to being picked off and be knocked out one hit, which does suck. And he also has a very high retreat cost. So if he does get out there...
Floatstone can solve.
I guess, but it's still a problem with the card, just saying. So if he does get out there, he's going to be really hard to retreat. Companion to all this, obviously, is Dialga EX. Got 180 HP. Has Full Metal Impact is the noted attack here. It has a potential for a one-hit knockout with its attack. It does cost 4, but most of the time you're going to be using Chrono Wind for 3. 1 steel, 2 anything. The defending Pokemon is now a Pokemon EX. Wait, if the defending Pokemon is a Pokemon EX, it can't attack during the opponent's next turn. Very powerful, because most decks run EXs.
Floatstone is your answer in this case.
Yeah, that does suck.
But there is.
But
a
not
way
every
around
deck is
another
running
card with that.
Floatstone. The only decks I know are running Floatstone are fucking a Donphan deck, and then any homebrew deck that uses like Hirums that do that attack that say it can't attack next turn. Like honestly, Aromacheese decks aren't running Floatstone because they don't need to, because they have free retreat. Yveltal decks honestly aren't running Floatstone. I've maybe seen it teched in once or twice. So like maybe if I've seen it, I've always seen it on like a Garbodor. I never seen them like pop it on a Yveltal, but maybe they could if they have the option. It is something. It is a tool that could be popped onto things. It's pretty nice. It has a knockout ability if it needs to. Decent HP for a non-mega. So those are the big steel things that they were talking about in there. Where's my next? Boom. My next note here. Oh yes, the EXs. Yes, let's go down the line here with the EXs.
All right.
Let's see.
I'm starting at Manectric.
I'm starting off with the electric.
Manectric.
170 overrun. This attack does 20 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. It's kind of a shitty attack, to be honest, because 20 just to do 20 on the bench for one, that's kind of shitty. Assault Laser. If your opponent's active Pokemon has a Pokemon tool card attached to it, this attack does 60 more damage. That attack is way more viable because, let's say you picked off a Garbodor, has a tool attached, that's 60 more damage. Let's say that you're facing a Yveltal deck that has a Muscle Band attached to it, which is also very common to see. Or like you were saying earlier, maybe even a Floatstone. This could be a hard counter for Yveltal decks in the future, especially because its weakness is Lightning. So you can think about 60 plus 60, that's 120 times 2. That's a dead Yveltal.
Yes, it is.
The problem with this is that its weakness is to fighting. And what's very, very popular right now? Donphan. So this guy can be picked off so easily by Donphan. Next is his companion card here, Mega.
He does have the Manectric Spirit Link Spirit card, which will not end your turn if it's attached to him.
Yes, that will be next after this. Turbo Bolt. For 2, attach 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon.
That's amazing.
That is a very solid attack.
You can combine this with Steel to get your Steel energy back.
Yeah. I could never see... it has the same problems, though. It's weak to fighting. 110 is good enough. But it's not nothing, nothing. It's not getting one hit KOs.
Against Yveltal.
Against Yveltal, yeah. That's where I think we'll see play. I don't think there'll be a deck around it. This could definitely be a companion type scenario. like running
Yeah, I
1/1,
understand that.
running in just in the case you want to take out Yveltal. That's about it. Could never see a deck around it. Definitely a companion Mega. Next EX here, we have Gengar EX. 170 first attack, night attack. Put 3 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. Complete shit. Damage counters are not like as important as they used to be. So what is that? If to my knowledge, let me make sure I get this understand. 1 damage counter is 10, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So third, yeah, no,
That's 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon.
it's useless.
You can pick the bench. But...
Yeah, it's useless. Next, Dark Corridor. If your opponent's edge Pokemon is now poisoned, switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. Honestly, that is a cool attack, but for 3 energy and his weakness to darkness.
That's 1 plus a double colorless, you know that.
Yeah. Plus his weakness to darkness. Yeah, no. Yveltal's gonna be like, oh, hi there, Gengar. How you doing? Prepare to die. So, yeah. I do think that's a cool ability, though, being able to poison and switch out. That is really interesting.
Because you don't want to be in there.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I like that. Then we got its companion, Mega Gengar EX, which I
just
think
like the Matrick, he does not. Has a card that says you do not end his turn if you have it on him.
Yeah, I was gonna show those after.
Okay.
Yeah. There's these 2 in this set. There's 2 tools pretty much that came out that you attach to them, and then they say that they don't lose your turn. Mega Gengar EX, 22. Phantom Gate. Choose one of your opponent's attacks and use this attack.
That's sucking a double colorless energy.
Yeah, that's I don't want to say that's a shitty attack, but that's kind of a shitty attack.
Not against Mewtwo.
Not against Mewtwo. I do agree. Like I think it's very interesting to have that type of attack. But again, in this format where Yveltal is, very prominent, it's gonna die in 1 hit. Your nice little Mega is just gonna die in 1 hit.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it either.
And now with these 2 Mega Pokemon, or the introduction of these 2 new type of Pokemon items here, Pokemon tools, Spirit Links. There we have 2 of them, one for Electric and then one for Mega Gengar EX. It obviously is what Nero said. It gets around the whole Mega, you lose a turn rule, which is interesting. These are the first 2 we see, but we could see more in the future. I don't know if they're gonna retroactively make them for past Megas, but that would be interesting if they did. I would like that.
Charizard would be overly broken.
Yes, he would so be broken. So they gotta choose wisely what they put on these Mega Pokemon that have these. Next, the ones that I want to go over, the Pokemon Team Flare tools. All right, so these are very interesting. All right, so first one, Pokemon Tool Team Flare. The attack of this Pokemon. Wait, the attacks of the Pokemon this card's attached to cost 1 colorless more.
It's called the Headringer, please. Call it by its real name.
Oh yes, the Headringer is the item.
It's a Pokemon Tool F, which means you can attach it to a Pokemon that you don't control.
Yes.
Pretty much you can attach it to one of your opponent's Pokemon EX.
Yes, that is the main goal. And when this card is removed from a Pokemon for any reason, put this card in the owner's discard pile. So yes, the big thing with the Pokemon Tool Fs is that you can attach them to one of your opponent's EXs and that don't have a tool on it already.
This won't affect Yveltal
really
too much, but it will definitely affect... What's that one? EX, that's really annoying. I can't fucking think right now.
My big things with it was, let's say those Virizion Genesect deck. That's one extra. That's 1 extra energy you have to devote to Verdant, which makes Virizion not as is good.
Well, Verizion's not really on that bench for that reason. He's on the bench so he can't be affected by special conditions. It's Gengasect. You want to put that on.
Yes, that too. We put it on there, make it cost 1 more extra. That's the big thing I like about the thing, just slowing stuff down. It's very interesting. This is the first time ever we've seen tools being able to attach to your opponents, and this could be a major game changer. This, a lot of decks rely on that low. Fuck, Mewtwo EX. You can't just put a double colorless on it and go. You have to devote another energy to it. That's debatably 1 extra turn you've got to wait. The one negative, they can't have a tool on it already. That sucks. But hey, also what's really cool about this is Tool Scrapper is gone. So the only way to get rid of tools is your Megaphone, and that only does your opponent's tools. So you could attach it to your opponent, and it will be on it for pretty much forever, because they don't have a way to get rid of it, just not going away. So that's really cool. Next, Jamming Net, same. It's a Pokemon Tool F as well. This one I don't think is good. The attacks of the Pokemon this card attach you to 20 less to all defending Pokemon. So I do assume that means bench
Before
damage
apply
too.
weakness.
Yeah, before weakness and resistance, of course. I assume since it said damage to all defending Pokemon, I assume that actually means the bench as well.
It does.
So that's not as good. 20 is not enough.
Gengar's first attack is worthless with this card in the field attached to him.
Yes, pretty much. And those are cool. Next, I wanted to go over the items and supporters I thought were really cool. We got Az, which I assume that's how you say his name.
Just AZ.
It is AZ?
It is AZ.
He is a supporter. It says, put one of your Pokemon into your hand. Just all cards attached to that Pokemon. I actually think this is good because here's why I think it's good. One, it brings back the Pokemon. Yes, all the cards attached are gone, but it brings back the basic and the stage 2 or 3 or whatever. Second, it's a supporter. So, that Toad guy with his Quakening Punch, well, it doesn't stop this. So seeing more trainer item effects on supporters, I'm all for nowadays because there is a Pokemon that shuts down your item cards. So that's why I think he's good.
You're slowing yourself down with that guy. That's the problem.
I agree, it's a little slow, but that's how it is. I think we need more supporters type stuff in this day and age. Next, Battle Compressor. Search your deck for up to 3 cards and discard them. This is very interesting.
Energy.
Steel Energy would be a good way to do it. That's actually one of the first things I thought. Maybe even Fire Energy, because then you could play Blacksmith right after. Bring the stuff back, attach to your Pokemon. I thought even for my Flareon, let's say you make a generic Flareon deck, just dump fucking cards into your graveyard to make your Flareon do 30 extra damage. That could be cool. Or just any deck in the future that utilizes shit in the graveyard. That's amazing. Next, Dimensional Valley.
That's good.
Each Psychic Pokemon's attack, both yours and your opponent, costs 1 less. Really cool stadium. I'm glad to see stadiums are making a comeback. I honestly, other than Burbank City Gym and Fairy Garden and maybe Sky Arrow Bridge, we don't really see every deck playing a stadium anymore. It's just super hyper One Pacific reason to play it now. But now this is really cool. Maybe we'll see more in the future, more stadiums that cater to certain types. I would love that. Really good card. And the last one, actually, there's 3 more I want to talk about. Really quickly, Enhanced Hammer's back. I hate this. My God. Every deck that uses Special Energy is so fucked. All the Enhanced Hammers. Enhanced Hammer's too good. It's super energy removal all over again. I always hated super energy removal and energy removal. I just hate the idea of getting rid of their energy. I always
Slowing
hated
your
that.
opponent down, yeah.
It's especially when it's a game where the resource is so precious nowadays. So I hate Enhanced Hammer. I hate that's coming back. Lysander's Trump card. It's a supporter. Each player shuffles all cards from his or her discard pile into his or her deck. If you ever wanted a stall card to reset the game, this could be it.
What, Target Whistle?
No, Lysander's Trump card.
Oh, okay.
Supporter. Trump Whistle is actually a good time to talk about that. Trump Whistle. Put a basic Pokemon from your opponent's discard pile into her bench. That's really cool.
Just pick on that basic Pokemon you get an advantage over.
Yeah.
Next, I think the last one we talked about was Robo Substitute, right?
Next, Robo Substitute. Play this card wears a 30 HP basic Pokemon. At any time during his turn before he attacks, you may discard this card to put in play from play. This guy can't retreat, and if it was knocked out, your opponent gets no prizes from it. The first thing I thought was Donphan. They go Donphan, bring this guy in. They're not getting any prizes, and and then you could just use Switch or something else to switch it back out. That's what you could do. I love it. Donphan getting a lot of support here. Next stadium card, Steel Shelter. All the Steel Pokemon cannot be affected by special conditions. So cool. Steel Pokemon get even more of a boost. More boost is always good. We're having connection issues again. We're lost in the air there for a moment, but that's okay. A next trainer card, Versus Seeker. Put a supporter card from your discard pile into your hand. Let's say you played that Lysander's Trump card. Well, guess what? You can play it again because you've got your Versus Seeker to bring it back out. So good. Talk about forever stalling the game. You could do that forever.
Yeah.
And that's my noted item supporters. Next are some things that I want to talk about that I do not feel are like super good. Like they're not good, but they're interesting cards nonetheless. Next, first thing I want to say is Night March. Pretty much, it's kind of like it has the same idea as Round. This attack is 20 damage times number of Pokemon in your discard pile that have the Night Watch attack. So there's 3 Pokemon that have this. The Joltik has it, and then those weird Candle Pokemon have it.
Litwick.
No, they're not Candle. What the fuck? These pumpkin Pokemon. See, I hate all these ghost Pokemon.
Poor guys.
Punkaboo and Gourgeist, or what the fuck his name is. They also have... Oh, no, not Gourgeist.
Just Pumpaboo. Just Pumpaboo.
Punkaboo. There's another guy that has it. Oh, there we go. Lampet. That's the other guy that has it. And Lampet. They all 3 have that. Again, I think to play this type of deck, it'd be, kind of weird to run a stage 1 and then shitty ass Pokemon and then Joltik to then just do that Night March attack. But it could be something we could see more of in the future. And you could probably make a fun deck out of it. Next, Pyroar. Yes, another Pyroar.
I know, he's good.
Ability. Once per turn before you attack, you may discard a Fire Enchant Pokemon. If you do, switch one of your opponent's Pokemon with his active Pokemon. He's a Lysander. He literally is a Lysander. God damn it.
From the bench.
What?
He can do it from the bench.
Yes, he can. Can I say something here? It must be the hair. The hair is what gives it the power to do that.
It's yellow and red hair.
Yes. So that is really cool and interesting. I love that's on there. Next, Melmar. Yes, Melmar. Melmar EX.
Melmar EX? Okay.
If
he didn't have such a shitty attack, he would be awesome.
Actually, that's what I was going to say. The reason I think he's cool is because...
his ability.
Yeah. When you attach an energy from your hand to this Pokemon, you may use this ability. Your opponent activate a bit Pokemon. Your active Pokemon is now asleep. To be able to instantly put something to sleep is really cool. Again, it's the reason I don't think it's super amazing, because when it's Maxmar, although that is a cool name for an attack, it's not super amazing. Its weakness is fighting, which means, well, guess what? If it gets pulled out there, it's going to be susceptible to down.
Toxic Laser is still a better solution for special conditions.
It is. But it is an interesting card nonetheless. Next, Gourgeist with his ability Gorganactic or something like that. This Pokemon has a Leaf Energy attached to it. Its max HP becomes 200.
But his attack sucks.
Yeah, he has a shitty attack and is weak to darkness. It is an interesting ability, though. And I think it's really cool that he can have Pokemon that just instantly jumps up to 200. Next, Wobbuffet.
Okay.
Yes, Wobbuffet.
I was going to talk
ability.
about it.
As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, each Pokemon in play, in each player's hand, and each player's discard pile has no abilities. It's like, I was thinking, Donphan. Let's say you want to shut off abilities for a turn. Well, Donphan, and then bring out your Wobbuffet. Has 110 HP. It could probably survive one hit.
It sucks that he has to be your active Pokemon, though.
Yeah, it does. But, you don't need to run, a Garbodor, a Stage 2 Pokemon, no, Stage 1 Pokemon, and have a tool attached to it. Yeah. My last, let's see. I think my last 2 here are, Hydreigon, whatever his name is. Hydreigon, I think is how you say his name. Hydreigon. Dark Impulse. Once per turn before attacking me, attach a Dark Energy from just cover out this as your active Pokemon. I want to say, is he a reprint? I want to say he's a reprint.
No, he had a different ability back then.
Okay. Of course, Crazy Headbutt is kind of nuts, but I like the idea of being able to bring back your darkness energies. You could, you might be able to see it in something, but the big problem here is the Stage 2, and, well, Crazy Headbutt is cool and all, but kind of hard. Psychic, Darkness, 2 colorless. Yeah, have fun with that. Okay, then we got Venomoth. Yes, Venomoth. Dizzy Wind. Whenever your opponent plays a trainer card from his or her hand during his or her next turn, your opponent flips a coin. If heads, that card has no effect. I like the idea of, again, really shitty Pokemon, but just a really cool attack that I like. So cool. I just thought it was cool. Put a flip on that. And then, my final one, Candelure. Fainting Spell. Oh, Chandelure? That's how you call it? Chandelure, sorry. If this Pokemon is knocked out by damage from your opponent's attack, flip a coin of heads. The attack Pokemon is knocked out.
Well, so is Chandelure, but
Oh, that's. I just like that. That's hilarious. And those are my noted cards that might, they're not necessarily good, but don't do anything.
I do have a
Really
couple.
quickly, what I think are shitty cards. The stupid special mystery energy is shitty. Completely shitty. It gives a psychic energy, and it makes the retreat cost 2 less. That's not worth it for a special energy.
Floatstone just completely nullifies that.
Yeah. Yeah. And my final comments overall is that there's a lot of like old effects being reprinted. Like look at Robo, Substitute, fucking all those crazy things, Enhanced Hammer type thing. Fuck, even like Enhanced Hammer is pretty much like energy removal to me. It always was. That's what I got from this mostly. But those are my noted cards.
You only missed 3 I wanted to talk about.
Alrighty, then go ahead, good sir.
First one is Glysaur.
Glysaur, guys.
If your first attack submission hold 20 to stage 1 with 90, your opponent can't attach energy from his or her hand to the defending Pokemon during his or her next turn.
There you go.
If that's your only Pokemon your opponent has, you're gonna knock that Pokemon out because they can't do shit. I just like that.
That is nice, yeah.
What else? Goodra.
Goodra.
Ability is the Slip Trip. Each player can attach Pokemon tool cards from his or her hand to any of his or her Pokemon.
Yeah, find
I like the
Gludra.
ability.
Where are you, Gludra?
He's a dragon.
Looking for Gludra. Oh, there it
He's
is.
the last dragon.
Found it. Yep, found it. Yeah, Slip Trip.
Can't play Pokemon tools with him.
That's cool. It's on a stage 2, but whatever.
Yeah.
Could be, I don't know, could be viable. I like that.
What was the last one I wanted to talk about?
Obviously, it was Slurplup.
Nah, I don't think so.
Look at that. Tasting. Come on, that's amazing.
What's tasting do?
Once per turn before you attack, if you may draw a card, and if this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, you get to draw one more card. Yeah, Fairy Dex might be able to do something with one day, but right now it's shitty as fuck.
Because Florges EX is not that good.
Oh no, yeah, Florida EX is another lead is shitty as fuck. It's not worth it. Search your deck for supporter card, reveal it, shuffle your just gonna die. It's gonna die.
Yeah,
it's not worth it.
Actually, I think that was it. That was all I
Like
wanted
Stellar
to talk
Guidance. Wait, what about Head Scope?
about. Head Scope.
I mean Hand Scope. Sorry. Obviously, that's amazing.
Well, with Professor Sycamore,
I'm just making fun of it now.
Completely worthless.
Oh, we got
it's just gonna change so fast.
We got a Professor Sycamore reprint.
Yeah, I know.
That's good. We thought, we're kind of
You
worried
should
there.
have it by now.
Looking at let's take a look at the full arts. Manectric's kind of cool.
Best looking full art, I believe, is.
I like
Probably
Gengar's.
I like Dialga's.
It's like a weird ghost. No, it's like it's really steely.
Possible.
Can't even tell what's going on there. I like Gengar's because apparently those are blood cells in the
That's
background,
weird.
from what I read. And then, what are your feelings about the gold rare things?
Nah. I have a couple gold rares, but
Yeah, I think they're kind of pointless. Apparently in Japan, the way they do it is that you can get it. The way the extra rares work is that you can get it in American text or Japanese text or something like that. That's how it works from what I read. I don't know if that's true. I would love if they did it in America, whereas like you could get the American text was the normal default, and then if you got the gold rare, it would be the Japanese text. I think that'd be cooler.
That would be cool.
It would make the Japanese text more rare.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Overall, there's some interesting stuff. I see a lot of support for Donphan coming out of this, and the steel deck could be a thing if people make it right. And also a lot of weird, shitty cards like that stupid. I think Mystery Energy is dumb. Like Strong Energy, there's a point. You can get a good value out of it.
Yep.
Like it's just no point. Like you said, Floatstone does the job that thing is potentially supposed to be doing. And when you're playing a Psychic deck, you're going to be playing Psychic Energy. You never really have a problem. You don't need a Specialty Energy for that at all, really. Yeah, and that's Phantom Forces. I just see Donphan getting stronger. Fuck. That's all I see.
I see Donphan, maybe some Renegade Steel deck.
Yeah, Steel could be a thing. I like to see it.
But I don't see anything stopping the decks that are currently out, so they're just going to keep rolling.
Yeah, like anything that could potentially make, like all the stuff that was good but has a problem with like fighting or darkness, weakness, yeah. Like anything that was good that was not in the Steel theme, I will say, that came out in this set is affected by things that are very popular right now, so yeah. kind of sucks. But hey, overall, not too bad. Not bad of a set. Definitely not a collector's set. Although, oh wait, that game. You know what was cool though? That fucking Kingler. That crab hammer, baby. Oh, is it 4 water energy for 100 damage? Whoa. Crab hammer. That's good. Okay, no, it's not. But I know Kingler's one of my favorite Pokemon. He's like I don't know. It's like he's drunk or something. Oh, yeah. Yep. And that will be our show.
All right.
I want to thank Nero for joining us.
Yeah.
Yep. And that will be our show, yeah. That's been episode number 91. Make sure you do all the socials. Like us on the Facebooks. Mega Scorchers the main phase. Follow us on the Twitters, the main phase. Join the forums to talk to the hosts. One day people might join the forums. I know Dueler was on there at one point, but even he, there's no one on there, so there's no reason for him to stay on there. I don't blame him. I post there sometimes, but then there's no one there. But I try, just to get the blood flowing there a little bit. Yeah, even Aster Circles Go Plus. And we'll see you all next week, boys and girls. Peace out.
Peace.
Peace out.